niggas have motion except for me. There has to be one real nigga left in America, in this damn country.
And I want to understand white rage, and I'm white.
Somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
Let's get this thing on the road. Let's get this thing started. Hit that like button for me, guys. Welcome to the show. Thank you to Chocolate Bunny, kicking the game off early, smashing that super chat button. You know, I'm just gonna round that up for you and give you the big dog drop. Thank you for that, Bunny.
It costs a lot of money to bring the real. And with this, I dress myself in cashmere. I dress myself in $100 Cleveland slacks. I dress myself in alligator shoes. I wear a $15,000 Rolex. I got Mercedes-Benz, Rolls Royce, the biggest house on the biggest deal. Yeah, we don't care. I got Mercedes-Benz, Rolls Royce, the biggest house on the biggest deal. Yeah, we don't care. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, gift stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine like jet flying. Son of a gun, the biggest star of them all. It costs a lot of money to bring the real world champion on location. Only an Artie and Ricky. We do it better than everybody else. Don't wrap me up. No.
Musky and cold weather. Musky and cold weather.
Shout out to Tariq Nasheed Radio. Tariq been on their ass for months now.
I saw a tether wearing skinny jeans. Musky and cold weather, ducking ice stains. Secret agents surfacing from U-Hauls and delivery trucks. The tether that was wearing the skinny jeans ran out.
What the hell just happened? Why did everything just freeze? Give me a minute here.
No matter how much he tried to hide it up, the police dogs traced his body over the yard. Bucking his eyes, tree brush, dirt and leaves all over his tether t-shirt. This time he wasn't able to flee. He probably would have got away if he wasn't musky in the cold weather. Run, but they will find you, musky in cold weather. Musky in cold weather.
Musty in cold weather is a bar. No lie. I don't know if I would have came up with that. That's crazy work. How you musty and it's like 12 degrees outside, bro?
Musky.
Here at the South Park Leering Center, we're not just retarded, we're Minnesota retarded. Ilhan Omar was educated here, and she's completely retarded. And I know this might come as a surprise, but I, myself, am retarded. Here at the South Park Leering Center, we're not just retarded, we're Minnesota retarded. Ilhan Omar was educated here, and she's completely retarded. And I know this might come as a surprise, but I myself am retarded.
Utah leads the nation in charitable giving. Yet our leaders take us for granted. For far too many Utahns, the American dream is slipping away. Corporations are pricing us out of our own homes. Raising a family is more expensive than ever.
Bro, these niggas are literally everywhere. It's like when you turn on the lights in a bad apartment and you just find roaches all over the place. Like, bro, they're everywhere.
And even though we spend more money on healthcare than any nation on earth, nearly 300,000 Utahns are left without health coverage. But together, we can change this.
Come help me.
And that's why I'm running for Congress. We will fight for universal childcare, so no parent has to choose between their child and their career. We will build housing that's actually affordable.
I don't trust him next to that little white baby. You know what? I take it back. That's a little Arab baby. Never mind.
Childcare, so no parent has to choose between their child and their career. We will build housing that's actually affordable and restrict corporations from taking over our neighborhoods. We will treat healthcare as a human right that it is. Full coverage for every American at a lower cost for our families. Politicians love to say we can't afford any of this. All the while they're funding genocide and giving billionaires tax breaks. We already showed the world what service and care looks like. It's time we get a government that does the same. My name is Liban Mohammed, and I'm running.
Why are you using utensils? Why are you people eating with the white man's utensils, bro? Why are you pretending to be civilized? Go and put your knuckles into the rice pilaf like you started to do. Just grab a handful of lamb chunks and shove it down your gullet like you were about to do. I don't know why you guys got plastic silverware and shit cosplaying regular people.
We get a government that does the same. My name is and I'm running for Congress.
The Somali Gus Fring is crazy. But it's more than likely true. It's more real than we want it to be. It's a lot more accurate than we've all been led to believe. Let's take a trip in the Wayback Machine.
But in the spring of 2021, one reporter decided to break with protocol and go back to Minneapolis a year later. He wanted to see what racial justice had done for the city. His name was Michael Tracy, and as you can imagine, he writes for Substack, not the New York Times. One night, while Tracy was in Minneapolis, a man walked into a Somali-owned convenience store and murdered the clerk. Tracy wanted to know why that happened, so he started to interview people in the neighborhood. And one of them told him this, quote, African Americans are hunting Somalis in Minneapolis. Why is that? Well, because, quote, they believe Somalis are getting special favors from the government.
Why'd you guys stop? What happened? Why would you ever stop? Clearly, you were on to something here. You see, look, black folk was on this shit years ago. Black folk was way ahead of the curve on this years ago.
His name was Michael Tracy, and as you can imagine, he writes for Substack, not the New York Times. One night, while Tracy was in Minneapolis, a man walked into a Somali-owned convenience store and murdered the clerk. Tracy wanted to know why that happened, so he started to interview people in the neighborhood. And one of them told him this, quote, African Americans are hunting Somalis in Minneapolis. Why is that? Well, because, quote, they believe Somalis are getting special favors from the government. Are you surprised to hear that? You should not be surprised. Because when government creates a spoil system based on race and ethnicity, and our government certainly has done that, division and violence are the inevitable outcomes. That is true always and everywhere. That fact never changes. But in the spring,
tell you something. Be online, make a threats talking about, yeah, go to work, yeah, do this, that, and the third, work your 50 hours a week, why get benefits? And then you got the other damn somebody talking about, yeah, Trump not going to be around to see that we take it over. Let me tell you something right about now. All that damn trash talking, you better hush your damn mouth. You want to know why? because we are not playing no damn games. And then at the same damn time, you talking about taking over. That is a declaration of war. That is really a threat to national security. Why? Because you are a foreigner. You are an immigrant in this country, really a refugee, and you over here running your damn mouth when you already are outnumbered, outmanned, and outgunned. You are not with the smoke, let me tell you. You do not want the smoke as an immigrant. You want to know why? Like I said before, we got guns in the black community, guns in the white community. It's veterans in the black community, veterans in the white community. Both communities know about war and know about guns. And let me tell you something. Even though we might have our differences, but if it comes down to us defending our country from anybody that's up there making a threat, let me tell you something. We will put all that aside and we will come together and defend. Let me tell you something. Stop running your damn mouth. That's one of the main reasons why we want a lot of y'all immigrants out. Why? Because you are very hateful and very ungrateful. And I'm tired of your own here running your damn mouth, talking this, that, and the third. I'm sick of y'all doing that. But then at the same time, you want to be waving the flag of your country and you love your country so damn much. Why the hell are you here? You over here from another damn country that you did not fight or bleed to die for, did not build, and you running your mouth? You out there trying to make damn threats? Let me tell you something. You better keep your damn mouth shut. We're not playing with y'all. You don't want no damn smoke. On American soil, do you think it's a game? Hell no, it's not a game. We're not playing with y'all. You coming from another damn country that you did not build. And you over here running your damn mouth. You got a hell of a nerve to be doing that as a damn immigrant when a lot of you immigrants, you ran away from your damn country, but you did not build it. But then you got enough to come over here and talk about immigrants built America. Then why the hell you can't build up your own? Why are you always running and fleeing from your damn country? But then you want to come to this one that was already fought and bled and died for, already built, and you didn't do nothing for it. You ain't stand for it. None of that. And you running your damn mouth?
Hello, everyone. So I'm from Africa, but I'm one of you guys.
I'm sorry, sir. Where do you live?
I said I'm from Africa.
I understand. Where do you live?
I'm one of you guys. I live in Lucerne.
Okay, please continue, sir. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I sent you today because where I come from, we live neighborhood to neighborhood. But when I see my city, Lewiston, which means I'm a mayor, not you. I'm a mayor now. I'm the captain now. Some of my people suffering right there. They don't have no water. They don't have one place to stay. They don't have nothing. Why homelessness? And we call ourselves, we're American. What American we talk about it? No, we're not Lewiston. We have to stood up together. One to one another. Why this one over there take care of us and you not do nothing? It's your fault because you not do your job. Next time when you run for it, we're not go for you. I stood up for homeless people. You know why I say that? I'm from Africa. I'm not lying to you.
And I said it from the start, this is advanced darkness. This is heart of darkness. This is the jungle drum. This is the fertility goddess of chaos. They're literally going to eat your balls. They're going to cut your fucking nuts off and eat them.
Whoa, what? They're gonna what? Now, that earlier video was a couple of weeks ago in Lewiston, Maine. Yes, Lewiston, Maine. They're everywhere.
First tonight at 11, the Lewiston City Council will investigate the qualifications of a newly sworn-in council member. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Greg Lagerquist. Now, this comes as that member is facing separate criminal charges after he was indicted last month in an ongoing case. As CBS 13's Julie Simone reports, the allegations involve stolen firearms.
The Lewiston City Council voted 6-1 tonight to investigate Eamon Osman, who was elected as Ward 5's councilor back in November and was sworn in tonight. Now, the city attorney will hire an independent investigator to do their own report into Councillor Osmond's qualifications to represent Ward 5. He is charged with 1 count of receiving stolen property and 1 count of theft by unauthorized taking of a gun. The new councillor is also under scrutiny about his legal address, which is listed as 210 Blake Street here in Lewiston, which is part of Ward 5. But that building was condemned more than a year ago after a drug raid. Osmond's lawyer says he plans to fight the charges, but many here tonight say they want to know more.
Councillor Osmond denies the charges that were included in the indictment and intends to present a vigorous defense. But tonight is obviously about a new step forward for the city of Lewiston, new city council, new beginnings, and I know that Councillor-elect Osmond is very excited to be a part of it.
There are a number of people on both who feel very strongly about both sides of this issue. There are a number of people who are trying to make this a race issue or a religion issue.
His legal troubles are a concern for this city as well. Like I said, gun violence is a problem in our city, and that man is accused of trafficking stolen firearms in our community.
I'm looking forward to the change in representation. I'm hoping to feel better represented with my vote towards this councillor, and I'm just excited to see the things that this council can achieve with the new representation on board.
Meanwhile, Lewiston's Mayor Carl Shaleen says Osmond's resignation is long overdue, and he doesn't want the issues to become a distraction. In Lewiston, Julia Simone, CBS 13 News.
Yeah, this is a message to the Somalian community. I don't know if y'all think we're supposed to sit back and just watch y'all have all these brick or mortar buildings and stuff like that with fake ass services and shit, like daycare and insurance and shit like that, and then you provide jack shit to the fucking community. You're not providing nothing to the community. Y'all be arguing up and down this app, acting like, well, what are you gonna do? The migrants, what are you going to do when there's no more migrants here to help you? Help with what? That's a clear example. Y'all are stealing and frauding millions of fucking dollars, and you're not giving back into the communities of Minnesota. You're fucking stealing. So if all of you guys leave, that'll be space for somebody to actually operate a business that provides services to not just Somali people, but fucking everybody. You got this white boy walking around fucking Minnesota and shit like that, like exposing y'all, and y'all are rejecting him from daycare services for his kid, and you're calling them out for being white. You can't discriminate against somebody based off their fucking race, especially a fucking white man. And then you just taking millions of fucking dollars, and you think we're supposed to just sit here and be like, oh, that's cool. That's our tax money going down the drain. Y'all are fucking cooked.
Respectfully, black people, sit this one out. I said it before in one of my videos previously, weeks ago. Don't you defend for those Somalis. They don't like us. They don't respect us. They come at us hard. Okay? Let the Somalis figure this one out. Sit this one out. This ain't got nothing to do with racism. I know it may feel like it to you, but this has nothing to do with racism. This is a justice issue. Every American citizen, no matter what race you are, should be pissed off with what has been discovered. Our taxpaying dollars went to the illegals for them to receive all these benefits, and many of them are doing it illegally. Meanwhile, many of us American citizens here, again, no matter what race, are not even eligible to be able to receive a business loan, housing, all the things. There's many of us that need help with SNAP benefits, and we're not able to get it because they claim that our income is too much, but yet these illegals were able to just receive these things due to the fact that they are just an illegal citizen. Let them figure this one out. Black people, you have done enough marching, enough shouting. We have done enough. Many of you say you was gonna sit this one out anyway due to this administration, because I know a lot of y'all don't like Trump. I don't feel like how y'all feel, but I'm just telling you, keep that same energy, sit this one out. Don't you help them out because they don't like us. They do not like us. I'll say one more time for the folks in the back. Do not help the Somalis, Black folks. Sit this one out. Okay? Sit down. Don't you go up there and start fighting them people. It's not your fight because
You ain't have to tell me. I wasn't a helpful nigga anyway. I wasn't about to do nothing anyway.
ain't fight for us. Because the shoe was on the other foot, oh, Black folks would have been in jail. Yeah.
Media with accusations, then use the pattern to justify that this country time uses the same playbook, pick a vulnerable group, describe them as a threat, flood the media with accusations, then use the pattern to justify punishment.
Yes.
So as a Somali immigrant Muslim American,
You know what I realized about the white liberal community? The white liberal community, y'all some disloyal hoes, man. Y'all just be hugged up with everybody. Any old non-white group, you just all glazing on them. First it was Black people, then it was Mexicans, then it was the Haitians, now it's the Somalis, next it'll be the Iranians. Oh, yesterday it was the Venezuelans. The white liberals are just a bunch of thoughts, man. They just be rubbing up on anybody that's not white. It's crazy work.
Seattle. But our community knows this script very well. So we had surveillance of our mosques, child events, a certain president calling this garbage. And this rhetoric doesn't stay abstract, it always filters down. So we've seen these past few weeks, people pulling up to Somali daycares and establishments demanding that they prove that they're not committing fraud. They're literally harassing our neighbors and our children because they believe that we inherently are untrustworthy. This is what sustained dehumanization does. It starts as language, it becomes a belief, and then it shows up in real places with real consequences. But this playbook is not exclusive to us. So we've seen after the Supreme Court dog reversal, reproductive care became a battleground for.
Hey guys, put a one in the chat. Like the video if you're glad to see Lil Tarded Timmy actually resign.
I'm proud of the way we treat our neighbors. I'm proud of the way that we welcome people to this state. I'm proud of the way that we innovate. And I'm proud of the way that we are optimists for the future.
Lil Tarded Timmy just quit today. Nick Shirley broke him. Imagine getting broken by a kid named Shirley.
No one's taking this away from us. Not the fraudsters. Certainly not this president. Not on my watch. Tomorrow, I'll be back with you. I'll give you an update on America's best paid family medical leave program that is now a week into it. And at that time, I'll take all your questions. Thank you all.
You said, I'll talk to you niggas tomorrow. You said, I'll be talk to you niggas tomorrow. I can't do this right now. I just can't do this now.
More tomorrow. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Wow. All right. You said you were going to take questions. Why didn't you?
Thank you all. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you.
Look, I promise you, Tim is cooked. Whatever is going on in Minnesota, it's too big to hide. And you know what? Here's the thing, though. And this is why I kind of was just doing a show about fraud in general all over the country. Everybody's stealing everywhere.
We are announcing federal charges against two men, Antonio Bonner and Saul Elisme, for large-scale SNAP benefit trafficking, a scheme that turned a program designed to feed families into a multi-million-dollar criminal enterprise. SNAP benefits are also known as food stamps. The defendants are charged with one count of food stamp fraud. As alleged in the charging documents, these men abused one of the government's most critical safety net programs for their own financial gain. This is taxpayer money meant to keep people from going hungry. These defendants decided to take it for themselves. These defendants exchanged SNAP benefits for cash, which they pocketed. Bonner, a naturalized U.S. citizen from Haiti, owned the Josuela Variety Store. Elise May, a lawful permanent resident also from Haiti, owned the Saul Mache Mixe store. These two businesses were co-located within a single storefront in Boston. To be certain, these were not supermarkets. They were not full-service groceries. It would be a huge stretch to even call them convenience stores. In fact, the only thing convenient about these stores was how easy it was to commit SNAP benefit fraud. To put this in perspective, the Josuela Variety Store is less than 150 square feet in size, smaller than some bathrooms. The Saul Mache Mixe store was approximately 500 square feet in space. By contrast, a supermarket can be 20,000 to 60,000 square feet in size, have a dozen or more registers, and employ numerous employees. Both the Josuela Variety and Saul Mache Mixe stores had one register, no carriages, no hand baskets, and very little food for sale. One legitimate supermarket in the same area as these stores redeems approximately $80,000 in SNAP benefits per month. Over the last 20 months, the Josuela Variety Store was redeeming between 3 and 6 times that amount monthly, with nowhere near the space, inventory, customers, or infrastructure to support it. The Saul Mache Mixe store redeemed over $120,000 in SNAP benefits in the last 6 months. Simply put, there is no plausible way SNAP eligible food could have been purchased from these stores for this long. Yet, these two stores are alleged to have illicitly trafficked nearly $7 million in SNAP benefits.
SNAP benefits help feed 700,000 Alabamians, a lifeline for seniors, children, and families facing tough times. But those benefits now a target for organized theft, skimming devices, phishing scams, and card cloning.
Oh, it's horrible. I mean, the losses for all the fraud nationally is hundreds of billions of dollars are lost each year. And it's insane, absolutely insane.
Kenneth Kewen has seen the impact firsthand, an elderly friend losing $300 a month.
Before she even used it the first time, it's gone. All their bogus charges were from like New York, something like that.
And so she's not really computer savvy like you.
No.
Kewen believes malware on her cell phone may have played a role, making the account an easy target. Now he's helping her your account on a computer and monitoring transactions.
This is a very technical group that's stealing these benefits.
Like these two in Massachusetts, $7 million allegedly drained from EBT accounts. To fight back, the Alabama Department of Human Resources is rolling out a new layer of protection.
We're very excited about rolling out our pilot program for our new chip card.
Alabama SNAP Director Brandon Harden explains recipients in 11 counties, including Chilton, Coosa, Autauga, and Shelby, are getting chip-enabled cards, with a full statewide rollout planned for January.
This is a step in the right direction. I like to call it another tool in our toolbox. This allows us to encrypt the card with another layer of security.
The new cards work much like modern credit and debit cards, far more difficult to skim or clone. DHR is also encouraging recipients to use the Connect EBT mobile app, which allows users to unlock their card while using in a grocery store, then lock it back up.
Is there any county area that was worse for the fraud, or is it pretty widespread everywhere?
It was pretty significant across the state of Alabama. There was no county in particular.
According to initial data from the USDA's Food and Nutrition Service, Alabama leads the nation with more than 26,000 stolen SNAP benefit claims, $10 million in losses. That surpasses both California and New York. Nationwide, more than 320 million in stolen SNAP benefits were replaced between 2022 and 2024.
But it's just too easy to steal. It's a shame. It's an outrage. And so I hope this new chip card thing will reduce these.
Federal data also shows benefits paid out to deceased individuals and people collecting in more than one state. SNAP is the largest federally funded nutrition assistance program with a budget around $100 billion. And here's a look at where the new chip-enabled EBT cards are being rolled out nationwide.
We are leading the country in these type of efforts here in Alabama, trying to push this out, and we're very excited about these partnerships.
Kewen is happy to see more secure features, but he advises everyone to take extra steps on any card you use.
The backside of the card has everything a crook needs to steal it.
So he always puts a piece of tape over part of the number and scratches out the security code, storing it in a safe place. And the new chip cards will be mailed directly to recipients. DHR is encouraging people to switch over as soon as possible. And remember, the agency will never contact you asking for your PIN number or personal information by text, email, or phone.
It's really Dusky out here, man. We at the Learning Center, man. We finna do a free concert for the kids, man.
We at the Learning Center, y'all. We at the Learning Center.
Go see how many kids there.
Concert, y'all.
It's really Dusky out here, man. We at the Learning Center, man. We finna do a free concert for the kids, man. I don't know how many kids here, but we
Go see how many kids there.
Get somebody to tag our boy. Get somebody to tag our boy Nick. Tag Nick for me. Tag him. Hey Nick, baby. We want to say that you did a phenomenal job. You did better than any journalist that we see on TV right now. And the same way that you went to these daycare centers and you exposed all the fraud that goes on there, we need you to start going to these temp agencies. You know, the ones that's supposed to help Americans get jobs, but somehow it just seems like a lot more foreigners have taken over these temp agencies, and they seem to only be putting their own people on. We need you to like break all of that up. We need that to happen. I got a buddy of mine who has been looking for a job, and she said that she went up to one of these temp agencies out here in Indiana, and that when she walked in, the people who greeted her, who was helping her get an application started, they barely spoke English, barely. Then on top of that, she told me that they wanted to do a 7-year background check for a temp job that is only paying her $15 an hour. $15, G? If we got so many people that's coming from other countries that's able to get these jobs and they don't have no fucking background because y'all start them off at ground zero, meaning that they get free clear when it comes to their credit, when it comes to their background, then we need to ease up on how we do these background checks. Or maybe, just maybe, stop letting people come in here without you finding out what the fuck they did in their own country. Because we got a lot of people out here who got background, who can't get jobs because of some shit that they did probably 4 years ago. Y'all want to do a whole 7-year background check, right? They could have possibly committed a crime and ain't got in trouble for nothing else regarding that crime since. Out of these little companies have been taking advantage of that. People who come from other countries are able to get jobs a lot easier because they don't have no background. They be committing crimes while they own the damn job. All I'm saying is that, like, with all of this immigration that has been coming over in our country, now is the time that y'all need to start asking why the job market is the way that it is. Because a lot of us have been telling y'all asses since before 2025 that this was going to happen. So instead of y'all sitting on y'all asses blaming Trump on why the job market is the way that it is, you need to figure out why is it so many people from other countries able to slide in good paying jobs that are meant for American citizens but are being blocked because they have a background, the F on it. Yeah. Don't stop there, Nick. Please, baby, don't stop there.
In case you was wondering, I could care less about them Somalians that's getting investigated for all of this child care fraud that they're doing, all this business fraud that's been going on. You know why? Because I'm an American citizen, and you know how hard it's been for me to get a business loan. And then you know what else? I even went to the Somalians because they have a lot of child care centers in Columbus, Ohio. And I was trying to figure out, how are y'all doing it? Like, can you put me on? Can you help me? And guess what? They wasn't trying to help me. I went in to like do an internship at one, and the girl was showing me around and all that, but I'm like, let's get to the nitty gritty. How are y'all getting the funding? How are y'all doing this? Wouldn't give me the sauce. So you know what? Clink, 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 clink. If it got to go that way, it got to go that way. And I just want to make this clear. I have nothing in general against the Somalian people at all. I don't care. Live your life freely. As an immigrant, do whatever. Live your life freely. But the criminality of it all and the fact that it's so hard for me, myself, as an American, to get those type of things is what pisses me the fuck off. But otherwise, do you live your life. Again, I have nothing against your community. I'm just saying, I don't like the criminality. I don't like the fact that y'all been doing all this fraud and getting away with it, and y'all wouldn't tell us. The fuck?
Hey, I called that a couple of weeks ago, man. I ain't getting no PC. I ain't getting no 40 acres, no mule. You niggas running around with all this money, want to hide behind the black card and all that shit. Nah, I'm good. We telling. Be glad we don't start running up in your daycares, bro. I know there's money in them daycares.
Take control. Take control of your city.
Hidda sarwa hormuudo hamba aliamba siinaya. Hidda sarwa hormuudo hamba aliamba siinaya.
Yeah, you paid for this too.
Hidda Somaliye.
We all paid for this Somali talent show.
Gawainti taqahana hesa awan halelaya.
She like freestyling. American tax money at work. When you guys get up and go to work in the morning, when I leave and go to work in a couple hours, that's what it's all about. Remember, this is what we're going to work for, people. This is what it's all about, people. Living the dream.
The voting block, Altier, and it's way beyond anybody's imagination, the total amount. The state doesn't even know. The feds don't even know.
And so, for instance, why would that judge bow down to the head of the Somali mafia here?
What I can tell you is that it's a voting block, and what they say is if you do something to go against our community, we're going to vote for, and they all vote together, and there's ballot harvesting, I've seen them do it, that we're going to vote for your opponent unless you do what we tell you to do.
And so is it all purely for votes?
Yes.
And so this building right here, Cedar Riverside, major, massive apartment complex. How many Somalians do you think live in there, for instance?
Well, this is just one complex. You've got 20 more just like this around the Twin Cities, and they're all Somali. You're talking probably 100,000 or more people, and they're all living rent-free. They're driving a vehicle that you paid for. They're eating food that you paid for. Everything they do is something that you paid for.
And for instance, that entire block will then go and vote for one specific candidate.
They'll have one person go there and collect all the ballots, and nobody tracks. They could say they have 9 people living in an apartment. They're going to send them 9 ballots. And then they have someone who comes along, collects all the ballots.
And here you were all this time doing it the right way. You had no idea how big the game was rigged against you. Like, it's crazy how much fraud is really just almost everything in America can be explained away by some level, some type of fraud happening.
2 F's come to mind. The first being fraud by design. This wasn't an accident. This didn't just happen. It's a system that's designed by the left for people in their social circles. It starts all the way at the top of the federal government with the Obama administration, promulgated even more by the Biden administration. It runs down to the states, to governors across the country, including Governors Walz and Governor Mills. And even at the local level, you see the bad actors, you read the headlines, you see what's happening right here in Maine, certainly in Minnesota, and I would agree with what's been said so far that this is just the tip of the iceberg, folks. The other F is financial Armageddon. That's what we're heading for. If you don't think that the Trump administration is serious about getting a handle on this, you're probably on another planet. This is going to have implications for the state of Maine in the billions with a B of dollars. This will spell financial Armageddon for our state. We have got to get a handle on this problem.
We even got a little bit of voter fraud for you guys tonight. All kind of fraud all over the country. Everything fraud.
Why would 1,000 people be registered to vote from one single location, 201 Washington Street Southwest? And when you come here, you realize that this is actually a church. What was happening when we were looking through the voter registration list from the previous election cycle is I noticed well over 1,000 people registered from one single location. Come to find out, it's a church. When we looked into it further, we realized what was actually happening here. It's actually a very well-organized plan by Democrat donors like George Soros. George Soros poured in millions into an organization here in Atlanta that did what? They went around this entire place and signed up all the homeless people. It's during the day right now, so you don't see all the homeless people, but usually this place is filled with homeless people. So an organization that supports Democrats received money from people like George Soros to go and register homeless people to be able to vote from one single place. And to make things even crazier, if we turn around, this place is directly across the Georgia Capitol. All it took for me is to find the voter list and to see why is there more than 1,000 people able to register from one place to realize that something is wrong here. The building right next to 201 Washington Street is actually a Catholic church. Well, guess what? This place, 48 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive Southwest, has registered over 2,000 people to vote from one single location. And guess who it was? It was the progressive organization signing up homeless people that are literally right across the street. It's freezing here in Atlanta. It's actually 35 degrees at 1 p.m. But this area is filled up with the homeless people. And again, we're outside one of these mega churches that ended up registering more than 1,000 people to vote from just one single place.
Everywhere fraud, bro. Everywhere fraud. And you know, I found this video. So Tim Walz has resigned, and Amy Klobuchar, she's probably going to run to be the new governor. And this is how badly she wants the Somali vote.
In Minnesota, we have the biggest Somali population in the country, and we are proud of that community. A few years ago, at the height of the angry rhetoric, a Somali American family of 4 went out to dinner right here in Minnesota. This guy walked by, he looked down at them and said, "You 4 go home. You go home to where you came from." And the little girl looked up at her mom and she said, "Mom, I don't want to go home. You said we could eat out for dinner tonight. I don't want to eat dinner at home." You think of the innocent words of that little girl. She only knows one home, and that's our state. She only knows one home, and that's the United States of America. In Minnesota, we have the biggest.
Wait a minute. Let me reset that. Hold on a minute.
Well, let's look at
kan muxuu haystaa lacag bis u haystaa baduu fool xumiyey iska fool xumiyey kan waa duq uu dhiman rabaa. I wouldn't worry too much about this one. That albaabkiisa jooga.
Oh my God. This is a literal click language? Holy shit. Every now and then you hear people making jokes about click languages and shit. It sounds like Star Wars Jawa talk. This is wild.
I wouldn't worry too much about him. He about to die.
How you like weirdly American ghetto, and you do like click language. It's an amazing brain.
2025. If you told me a week ago that my name and Elon Musk's name are being voiced in the same breath, I wouldn't believe you. But here I am today. Hello, if you know who I am, then you know why this video has to be made. On December 31st, 2025, my life took a tragic turn. I was badly misinterpreted and misheard on a now viral clip. In this clip, my words and what they are being translated to has been taken greatly out of context. I want to make myself clear. I never intended or even aimed to threaten the life of Elon Musk. I'm not a person that carries around hate. The media and Elon have taken my words completely out of context, and it's been deeply hurtful to watch how that's turned into me being dehumanized and painted as a villain. For context, the clip going viral was taken from a longer live segment and edited in a way that removes the heart of what I was trying to say. During that stream, some of my supporters asked me about my thoughts on Elon Musk in relation to his health after viral photos of him in swim shorts surfaced. My intention was to never mock, insult, or be cruel in any way. What I was trying to express came from my personal experience. As a person gets older, health becomes more important, and it is something we should all be taking seriously and treat with care. My message was meant to encourage kindness towards our bodies and towards one another if we want to live a long, luxurious life. Instead, that message was twisted, stripped of its context, and turned into something it was never meant to be. A few people went ahead and asked Elon's AI Grok what it thought about my language in the video. I would display the response here. As you can see, Groth agrees. This is more interpreted as dismissive rather than a literal threat. Elon Musk tweeted the same viral video twice. I assume the first time didn't get the reaction he wanted, both hours apart. One where he said, and I quote, "wonderful people," and the most recent time that is currently still pinned at the top of his profile stating, and I quote, "then it is war." While Somali hate is at an all-time high right now, Elon is a very powerful man and has endless amount of supporters. This will forever be a losing match for me. Elon Musk is coming at me with full force, but I don't remember when I signed up to be an scapegoat, but okay. This tweet has caused me great discomfort. My intentions were to never make Elon Musk uncomfortable or feel unsafe in any way. I don't know how a billionaire can be scared of a little girl who doesn't have half the power, but go off, King. My words have been villainized and my voice has been stolen. Me and Elon Musk's lives are worlds apart.
She a victim, y'all. I just realized, it just occurred to me, y'all. She is a victim.
I do not have nearly the same amount of resources he is fortunate enough to have. This whole situation has put me in truly great danger. Private information about me is being displayed all over the internet, and I have received endless amount of threats over this miscommunication, and I truly am in fear for my future. But what a beautiful way to start off the year.
Anyway, back to the fraud. Everywhere fraud. Everything's stolen.
I promise you, these people didn't do it all by themselves. This wasn't done by accident or in a vacuum.
Yeah.
Or, like, they figured it all out on their own. Nonsense. A good many of them barely speak English. Somebody helped them. Well, there are 5 agencies in the state of Minnesota that are responsible for
Not only do they barely speak English, you cannot navigate our bureaucratic system with your click-clack language. There's no way to fill out paperwork with your click-clack language, all right? You needed a white man's help.
oversight of fraud, oversight of funding distribution. There are 5 agencies that should have caught this, but didn't. I say they were complicit. You've got Attorney General Keith Ellison, Office of the
Number
Attorney
one.
General, right? Number 1. We know, however, that he has ties to, Muslim Brotherhood, Louis
Sure.
Farrakhan. He placates to the Somali populations for the votes. That's where he lives, in that District 5, the whole bit. Minnesota Department of Human Services.
Yep.
Currently, Shireen Gandhi is the temporary commissioner. Why? And I think this is important because Jody Harpstead left in early 2025. Want to know who Jody Harpstead is?
I'm about to find out.
You are about to find out. Okay, so this woman took over in about 2019
Yeah.
for the Department of Health and Health Services or whatever. And as commissioner, she before that worked for, are you ready for this? Lutheran Social Services of Minnesota. She was the president and CEO of LSS. For those who don't know, LSS is heavily involved in the resettlement of refugees. They tend to go to places where there are lots of free stuff and social programs for the refugee. What I'm saying is Jody Harbstead, the Office of the Inspector General, James Clark. Number 3, Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, BCA.
Is that like our Bureau, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation?
Yes. Yep.
Got
Very
it.
similar. Drew Evans is the superintendent there, oversees investigations into financial crimes and state program fraud. I want to see raids by DOJ, FBI, whoever is responsible
On these groups.
on these offices. Because I promise you, if you go in there and do that, you'll find more.
Number 4.
2 more. Office of Legislative Auditor. These are all state agencies that are responsible. I mean, it literally says in their description, identifying fraud risks in state agencies and programs.
Hello.
So there's that one.
And then what's the 5th one?
Minnesota Management and Budget, MMB. Erin Campbell is the commissioner. It's supposed to be internal controls, financial operations, and fraud risk management. Someone has to be complicit in these agencies in order to make that happen.
How may I help you? Oh, are you with this? What's going on? I was just going to ask a couple questions about home health care for somebody in their 90s.
We're not ready to answer questions.
Okay. You're not taking patients?
No, we are not taking patients.
Okay. All right.
It's
So
free to go.
okay. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Hi.
What are you guys doing here?
Asking about home health care services.
Look,
For
you're
somebody in their
not
90s.
asking on home health care services. I know you. I know you.
I don't think you know me.
Yeah, I know you.
Okay. I'm Mahek.
No, I'm not gonna shake hands
That's
with you.
okay. That's fine.
You can record whatever you want.
Oh, I know. We're recording because I was
Because I
assaulted.
know you are just spreading a lot of bunch of BS.
What's the BS?
You're talking about Somalis. I've seen you so many times in Fox News.
I've spoken about the issue in Minnesota or Minneapolis in particular.
Listen.
I'm listening.
Listen.
I'm listening.
You are from India. You are not a white person.
I wasn't trying
Listen.
to pretend I was.
Listen.
Whoa. We're importing third world ethnic conflicts now. Somalis and Indians got a beef I don't know about. That was weird.
In Fox News.
I've spoken about the issue in Minnesota or Minneapolis in particular.
Listen.
I'm listening.
Listen.
I'm listening.
Theoretically, she's a lot whiter than you, bro. I mean, since you really want to go there, I bet you her people owned your people once upon a time. If we go long enough back in the chain, I bet you her people bought some of your people once upon a time. But if you really want to go there, I don't want to go there.
Or Minneapolis in particular.
Listen.
I'm listening.
Listen.
I'm listening.
You are from India. You are not a white person.
I wasn't trying
Listen.
to pretend I was.
Listen. You're not supposed to be here.
This isn't private property.
It's a
And
private property.
It's not.
It's a private
I'm
property.
knocking on doors to
Well,
ask.
We've
got every right to be here.
No, you don't have every right to be here.
We have every right to be here.
spreading lies? Wait.
We're not spreading any
Hold on
lies.
one second.
Yeah,
Can I speak?
you guys
No,
are
you
not
can't.
supposed to be here.
Because
If you're
because
gonna-
your last name is Cook doesn't mean that you're white. You are from India, and you are just spreading a lot of bunch of BS.
It's not a
Don't you
bunch.
Why does he keep bringing up the fact that they're white? Or not white? Why do you keep bringing white people into this, brother? Like, tell me what the problem with the white people is.
Make it stop. Make the hurt stop, please. Like,
You know, I keep saying it. It's a weirdly ironic thing to say, you know, but even a lot of Black Americans are like, you know, I don't like how these foreigners are coming over here treating our white people. You know, it's one thing when we get into little spats with our white people, but these niggas, no. You're going to have to treat our white people a little bit better than this, okay?
You are.
BS. Who do you think you
Who
are?
do you think you are?
Who do you think
Who
you
you
are
think
standing
you are,
here
dude?
telling me that I can't ask?
Why are you coming to harass us? Why are you coming to harass us?
We're not coming to harass anyone. You guys looking for, you guys can go Department of
Listen,
the
please, do believe this is your job to do.
And then you guys can ask them how this operates.
You have no right to be here. You gotta leave.
We have every right to be here.
No, you don't have
No,
no right to
we have every right to be here.
There's no ticket to harass. You said
You are
we
harassing
have
people.
no.
We're not harassing anyone.
You just running around. You just go.
Just knock on the
spread
door.
a
You
lot-
guys
a lot
are
of-
the ones
why-
yelling at
why
us.
are you-
We're
why are you
simply
knocking?
asking questions, and then you guys are trying to intimidate us. You guys are healthcare.
You
companies.
know what you're doing is wrong.
I do. You guys are trying to intimidate us right now.
You guys came to our office.
You said
You guys
you
came to
didn't
our
want
office.
to
that's fine. You can ask questions.
Who you
You guys are You guys are trying to intimidate us. You're telling us we're not allowed to be here. Why do all of you have your phones out right now? Yeah, because we wondered.
Why do you have a speaker on?
For safety, for my own safety.
For our safety too.
You know, the irony of all of these little situations like this lady's in right now, and how Nick Shirley, he kind of exposed this whole thing. He pulled the lid off this whole thing. And what kills me about how we do things in America versus how they do things in their country, you realize their bodies would be stripped and they'd be hung naked at this point. If they were at home, if they were in their own home countries and they had been caught out there like this and they'd been caught stealing, I mean, because literally stealing, do you know how they punish stealing in their home countries? Their naked bodies would be dragged through the streets right now. But we're polite, we're civilized. We don't do that.
No,
that's
you can record it.
You guys have no right to be here. You guys gotta leave right now. A bunch of BS. You need to leave. You need to leave right now. Move away.
Those guys
They're here to harass us. Because your last name is Scooby.
Look, we're peacefully here.
These ladies that spread a lot of BS about Somalis.
That's not true, and you know that. No.
Anybody ever wonder how long before pure vigilantism takes hold? Because, you know, every now and then it just occurs to me that these are problems that democracy won't solve, you know? How do you vote your way out of a system when everybody's been paid for by stolen Somali money?
Did you see my last video? Did you see my last video? I actually spoke to a really nice lady from Somalia, and specifically, that's not true.
We're talking about fraud, not Somalis.
No, not at all. No, I actually.
We're talking about fraud.
You guys not go department of whoever. You have to just get the other day and just pretended to be a
ask them how they deal with this.
We did actually.
You guys can businesses.
No, we actually, I asked about home health care rates and services. And just so you know, the last.
Why don't you go there?
We did. We actually spoke to somebody. We spoke to somebody
How they
here.
do review, how they inspect it. Why don't you go there?
We've done
Instead
both.
you go here.
We've honestly done both. We've actually talked to the agency and then also
who
talked
you work
to a
for?
couple of healthcare.
Who you
We're
for?
just
Why are you
asking if
spreading these lies?
What's the lie?
Because of you lies, you saying they steal money, they do this, they do
I never
that.
said you stole
And
money.
nobody steal money. You know,
Nobody
if you're
has
missing
said-
one time sheet, you can get
Secondly,
citation,
who
and you're gonna go.
Yeah, that's accurate.
So then,
But who said
then why you're not
stealing?
Because every video you watch on the TikTok, whatever, you there
everywhere.
lying, saying Somali people
That's
don't steal
not
money.
accurate. You should look at my last video. It's actually from
You have a
a.
problem with Somalis? That's up to you.
Somalis.
The
Don't lie to the
last video I
Americans.
posted was a very nice
You
lady
just
who actually
spreading
walked
hate,
through
you spreading
daycare
a lot of
system.
lies.
That's not
Spread a
true.
lot of BS.
Well,
And
I think
you
you're
are
unhinged, so I'm not
horrible. You are
taking
an
you. You're
idiot.
respectful.
No,
You should go look at the last video about a really nice person who sat down, treated me with respect, and then I explained that this
Then
is
why you
a,
not respecting the community? Then
we
you're saying all
100%
that lies.
have. Where's the lie?
Yeah, you just saying some bullshit that you're not even
Where's, I think you're
reviewing.
mistaken.
You don't,
We are reviewing.
you don't know how we,
to go into a daycare
like
the other day.
how my
If you
daycare
guys are
operates.
legitimate business, you should be outraged by the fraud. But instead, you're attacking us
Listen,
because we're calling out
Nobody
fraud.
Nobody touch you, nobody
Oh yeah, sorry, you're attacking my friend. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You're attacking my friend instead of just me. Okay.
If
There's
you
no
investigate
lies here.
fraud, why don't you go to other people? Why
We're going everywhere.
We
We're
have
going
to go
everywhere.
everywhere.
No,
100%.
you're profiling Somalis and you're going
That's not
There's
true.
no way.
There's
that
34
you're
home healthcare services in this building. Of course, we're going to be in a building with 34 home
Why
healthcare
don't we
services.
see one video of you guys going to a white business?
Well,
or
because
going to
most
an
of the
Indian
home
business?
healthcare are right
or going to
here.
another business? Why you going on Somalis? Tell me.
We have not been profiling. There's
You
34
have
here.
been
We've knocked on the
profiling
door of
Somalis.
every
No, no, no,
34
no. You have
businesses
been
I
here.
don't know
Somalis?
who
You know the thing about white businesses, though? Even when they're crooked, when you knock on the door, there's a girl in there to tell you to come in and she smiles at you. Hi, can I get your coffee? Even when they're crooked, how come you guys can't figure that part out? They come up to your business. What are you doing at my door? I thought this was a business, bro.
You have been attacking somebody's business.
Look, your profile, you're attacking her for being
I'm
One
attacking
nice
her
lady
because
actually
she
went
attacked
through
Somalis
all
on
the
Fox News.
services and things
She was
like
just
that.
she went to daycare
So-
the other day. She was trying to go forcefully into a daycare. You know the rules of daycare.
We're trying to
You
expose
cannot go
fraud.
to a daycare.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
If you're doing that, you just go to those who give the license and then ask you that question.
Yeah, we
How
have.
they operate,
Okay.
how they review, how they inspect it. And then you go from there. You find out you don't satisfy what they tell you, and then you can say something. But you cannot come out and say, hey, you take in person. No, there's a rule and
We're
regulations.
simply asking questions.
And then
And
this
if you said no, I walked away, right? The minute you said no, I walked away.
You're the ones following us and arguing with us.
Huh?
6 guys in a small hallway posted up waiting for us, and we come down, and you're right back here, tell it like. that's
Yeah,
what
I mean, we
You
actually
guys
were
are-
walking away.
Listen,
So
you guys.
The only people being harassed today
we're
are
not
us.
speaking to you anymore. We're done
I'm
with this
not speaking to
conversation.
you.
That's
So-
I know who you are.
Look, guys, the only ones being harassed
I think
today
you
are
have
us.
been actually been very kind, so I respect you.
So
I don't
just
respect your friend.
No.
If you actually go through my social media, you will see me talk about fraud in Minnesota, nothing about the community here.
Don't you know, they reviewed that and then they never find no fraud.
No, you're not.
You probably are 100% legitimate with that. That doesn't
Then
stop
how
anybody.
you
It doesn't mean
know
others
it's into a
aren't.
legit fraud?
The way to look.
I didn't say there was fraud here.
Healthcare is supposed to
We're
be
just
done.
That's what
asking
you're going
questions.
after, right?
Not someone who's knocking.
We're
You're
asking
going after fraud.
questions.
True, but I mean,
We're
everyone's gonna
asking
know
questions
who
of
might
business
be
owners,
there.
that's all.
So you guys need to be fair. You want to report something,
So
to
did
go
you?
directly
Then you need to
what's
go
going
with
on.
the-
But
We
you don't
did.
have to just exaggerate the lies
There's no
and just
lie.
create all these chaos.
Did you see my last video of a very nice
Starting
Somalian
from,
daycare?
starting from the president all the way down to you guys sitting standing here. Just the same story.
You're not
In
hearing
one
me
small
on record.
community. It's not
And
fair.
it's not the Somali community.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what you guys doing after
That
that.
is not.
Yes, that's what it is. Why don't you go down the daycares and hold on?
We have.
We've gone to over 20 daycares in this city. I'm not lying.
It's honestly, I think this is a pointless conversation.
It is. I mean, we're
Thank you
not
though for being kind.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Not just spread a bunch of BS in the news.
Yeah, okay.
22 years, spotless record, and you're being punished for it right
Yeah.
now.
We're going to be shut down because people stole money. So now all my kids and everyone else's kids and disabled adults are going to be the ones that pay for the fraud.
I mean, I'm not going to come up with $250,000. This will put us under, and it's very unfair to discharge 200 plus kids because the government doesn't just throw a bomb on us. It's just wrong.
200 children, I'm sure you've probably had to deliver this news to some of their parents, may not be open much longer. How have they taken that? What are they planning on doing?
They're stunned. I mean, I saw 4 of them yesterday. You know, it's don't make me cry. Sorry. It's terrible.
Jennifer, tell us a little bit about this facility, your facilities. What do you do? How long you've been doing it? Tell us a little bit about that.
So I opened my first facility in Excelsior for my son, Caden. He was diagnosed at 19 months. And I opened it in June of 2004. He was 3 at the time, because I knew with the level of his disability that if I sent him to a school that he wasn't going to have the kind of care that I thought was appropriate, and I was actually kind of scared. We opened in 2004 there with just my son and 2 other kids who the parents had a similar vision of a holistic care center that brought together all the best therapies, speech, OT, and ABA, which is applied behavioral analysis, which is the main core program we do here, but also no pesticides, no chemicals, and just a very holistic approach for the whole child to be healthy. In 2009, we moved to this facility and expanded from there.
So you've been in business for over 20 years. You have a spotless record. They come in here once a year and do a spot audit on you. You don't know when they're coming.
They can come in anytime they want. They don't only have to do 1 a year. They can come in anytime they want. So we welcome it, actually. I think it's an opportunity to show how good we actually are.
You're subjected to these 90-day waiting periods now for reimbursements. You have a $250,000.
So is this what a real Minnesota daycare looks like, y'all? You know, we've been chasing Somalis all this time. I forgot what a real daycare looks like. We never even got inside technically.
Or bi-weekly payroll, 120 employees, hundreds of clients, many of them children, obviously, 5 facilities. What is that going to do to your business?
Potentially kill it if something doesn't change. This last week, I should have gotten $212,000 for the payment this week, which would have covered my payroll. So I had to infuse my own money in for payroll this week. And obviously, if I have to wait 90 days, that's a whole quarter. And even when that 90-day hits, I'll only get the 2 weeks that just happened. But in that time, before the 90 days, I'll have $250,000 and $250,000 and $250,000. So it becomes a multi-million-dollar problem that to try to stay in business and keep my payroll.
And how much longer can you last?
I can't. I already had to put my own money in.
So there would typically be a receptionist here that also does scheduling.
Yeah, her name's Kelly. And yeah, she's here every day and does scheduling and works with the parents and answers the phone.
Yeah, and I had to try it earlier. The phone number here just to see, like I had to see if it worked.
Hello, you have reached the Holland Center Autism Therapy Center.
Look at that. We actually have a working phone number here. That's one of the biggest points about this is a real business helping disabled children make it. Now, this is not a fraud, not a front, and she's got the track record to prove it.
20 years of being and just basically perfect in the industry. I mean, we are the Cadillac of services, which means spending more on therapists and having 19 behavioral analysts instead of maybe one that comes in here or there quarterly to check in on things. We are a top-notch facility. And, unfortunately, this will put us under. And it's very unfair because of the fact that with our record, I think, and, to discharge 200 plus kids because the government doesn't just threw a bomb on us is just wrong.
Yeah.
Across the state, it's probably 30 to 40,000 children that could be affected. Yeah. No, the kids, I don't know where they'll go because the kids that we take are often the kids that the schools can't take because they have too many problem behaviors. They don't know how to handle them. They end up being sent home all the time. They end up being restrained at some points. So there's going to be nowhere for them to go. They're going to have to go back into their parents' homes, and the parents then, parents who are working will have to stay, and so it disrupts their entire income because if the mother or father have to stay home to take care of the child because they don't have a facility. And nobody wants fraud. I don't want fraud. I pay taxes. But this isn't the way to stop fraud. Isn't to stop the services of truly disabled individuals, to stop the fraud, because all you're doing then is really putting the burden of the fraud that took place on disabled individuals. So the people who will pay will be the disabled children, their family.
It's lazy, you lazy. You lazy. No more money for you.
These disabled adults and whoever takes care of them. And those are the people that will be harmed from this. The money that went out, no one's happy about it. It's money. It's not children. And so, I'm not happy about it either. But now
we don't even know if there are actually children involved. Like the whole thing looks like a fraud. So white lady who means well, sometimes you just got to shut the fuck up. I'm sorry that your whole thing is like going under or whatever, but too much has happened. Too much has gone down. We're not saving this thing because of you, man.
We can't get the money back. And so now the way to fix that is to completely blow up the community for disabled supports. It's critical care. It's medically necessary. What we do here is medically necessary. So it's really devastating. So
I don't even know if it's medically necessary. That's the thing, though.
These are handprints of people who've attended. This is the first student, is my son, Cade. Come here, honey. We didn't have the year on it, but June 4th, 2004, we started, and Nick and Liam were the two other kids that started with Cade. So yeah, and then it's just numerous kids. There's years that we haven't gotten on here somehow, but for the most part, these, it's you can see up here, this is June 2025. I know there's some kids that have come on after that, but yeah.
Who, at the end of the day, Who can step in and say, let's continue this funding? And how, like, do we need to approach this? Because right now it's just a broad bomb, but like, what's your recommendation to fix this epidemic?
Obviously, for those of us who've been doing this for me 20 plus years or others 10 plus years, have had the spot audits, have been, shown that we have ethical, long-standing, good reputations. Let us continue to serve. There's no reason that my funds should be held up when I've done everything right because a bunch of people stole money. Because the people who aren't going to get hurt are in the fake centers because they don't have any big people. So it's really, I think the only thing that I could come up with is a trusted provider program to just let some of us continue to do the good work we do.
Because if something doesn't happen, from my understanding, you're pretty much going to shut all of these facilities down next week.
Yeah. That's probably right.
Have you been even paid throughout this? Because I understand, like, you started this because of your son, to give him the best care. Can you explain that?
No, I haven't been paid in 20 years. This has just been my love of doing things for my son and for.
Ironically, there's a bitter lesson in this, right? I'm reminded of The Camp of the Saints, that book that everybody's been talking about. And there's a brutal lesson in that, because we have let the brown Somali community just go unchecked. You let them run rampant all over everything. Now that it's all gotten out of hand, you're losing everything because you refuse to be called racist, right? Amazing.
For other people like him.
So there's 200 children. I'm sure you've probably had to deliver this news to some of their parents that this just may not be open much longer. How have they taken that? What are they planning on doing?
They're stunned. I mean, I saw 4 of them yesterday.
White liberal hoes mad. White liberal bros sad. This is terrible. This is all your fault. This is all your fault. You were too weak. You were too liberal, and you let this happen. And now everything you love is being taken away.
It's don't make me cry. Sorry. It's terrible.
It's absolutely.
And if you go this way, this is where we do actually have someone who comes in and cuts hair, but we also practice it here because as a parent, I know how hard it was when he was little. I could not get his hair cut. So we practice the haircuts here. And that's a really important skill for, all the kids, obviously.
Yeah, even looking inside your little building here, I'm not even sad for you, honestly. You're doing a lot. You're doing a lot with free money. Doing a whole lot with free money. What are these kids, allegedly autistic or something? These kids are allegedly retarded.
This is more for the little bit like 10 and up kids that I have at this facility. A little more of a teaching room. Some of the kids can use the computers. So this is our desensitization room, and we use this for dental work. Yeah, so a lot of the kids, obviously, whether
you're giving them
dental
dental work, you're giving them goddamn dental work. Oh my God. Oh my, anything for the little retarded autistic Somali community. Oh my God. Oh my, and I'm supposed to feel bad that your giant free money business just got killed. Your whole business really runs on government money, and I'm supposed to feel bad because you can't give free dental work to the goddamn immigrants anymore.
No more money for you. It's lazy. You lazy. You lazy. No more money for you.
I don't even feel bad for you no more.
Just don't tolerate things in their mouths, can't sit still. So we teach the kids to be able to manage that and be able to go to the dentist. And just yesterday, a parent said to me, for the first time ever, they tolerated a dentist.
So, we're not even fully through the facility, and we've got a barber shop or barber chair where you get your hair cut, a dentistry station here. You've got art stations, you got OT, lots of different OT rooms. This is a one-stop shop for a lot of these kids that are just not going to get this.
Yeah,
and mind you, these are for the kids that get kicked out of the normal school system because they're tarded.
The plan was a holistic center where the child could get everything they need and be in a safe space that's gluten-free and dairy-free and peanut-free with no chemicals. We use all natural cleaning supplies and nothing on the grounds that's toxic.
What is this stuff here on the walls all around? It seems to be everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Well, this was expensive and really hard to put up.
I know, yo, Jamar, if they go on the roof and show me the helicopter pad, because, you know, the kids just need to learn how to operate advanced complex machinery. I'm telling you, there's a goddamn helicopter pad on the roof. Because retarded kids need to know how to fly helicopters. The hell?
You know, to protect the drywall because all the hands and touching it. So it works fairly well.
So do you know because this is a fairly large facility, but it's not your largest, like you said. Do you know like the square footage here and how many children are at this, approximately at this location?
I think it's about 12,000 square feet. You know, and full-time students, we have 30 full-time. They're here every day, but then we have a lot of students for outpatient, for speech and OT that come in and out. But there's 30 full-time kids here.
There are kids that come here every single day.
Yeah.
As a replacement for school. If they don't have this anymore, the only replacement for that is public schools.
Yeah.
Special education program.
Again, these are everything for the tardy kids. What do the normal kids get? What do regular kids get? Like, damn. This is like being in Richie Rich's mansion or some shit. It's like getting adopted by a rich guy. What do the normal kids get?
But there's 30 full-time kids here.
There are kids that come here every single day.
Yeah.
As a replacement for school. If they don't have this anymore, the only replacement for that is public schools.
Yeah.
Special education program. We were talking about this a little bit earlier. Like, how much more expensive, how many times more expensive is it to put these kids that would be here in public school programs instead?
Yeah, it's almost certainly a multiple of that. And then it's not just the cost difference, it's the quality of the education. They're not even touching it anywhere near it at a public school. This is definitely specialized and much better for the student, much better for the parent, and again, cheaper.
Yeah.
It seems like much more on an individualized basis.
It's considered medically necessary and it is one-to-one. A lot of these kids have to be one-to-one. We do have groups.
It's one-to-one.
Yes, we do have groups for some of the kids, but it has to be, when we bill EIDBI, the funding that's being cut, it is a one-to-one situation. But not all kids are full-time. Some of them can be in group settings. Okay. So it depends on, you know, the kid's skill set, if they can be in a group setting, if they can't. But yeah, technically it's a one-to-one ratio. These kids wouldn't thrive in school. They're here for a reason. They're here because they don't thrive in school. Just yesterday, a parent said that they.
What did I keep telling you? What did I keep telling you? Now, do the math on this, right? We're in the Midwest. It's more than likely you're closer to some type of bigger city when you have these big facilities like that. They're not putting them in the middle of farm country. Do you imagine there's a lot of young white kids who are having all of these behavioral problems that need to come to this magical $1 billion facility to learn how to, you know, behave in the dental chair and probably getting, you know, all kind of therapeutic treatments and shit, get scalp massages and shiatsu deep tissues and all kind of stuff. Probably got a room with all the brand new games. Bunch of nice comfy chairs. They got beanbag gaming chairs for the fat kids. Do you imagine these are a bunch of like the problematic white kids, or are these really a bunch of the foreign kids in the country that just can't get it together in the American school system?
They had their young man discharged from 5 different public schools because they couldn't manage him. Came here and they were saying the amazing progress he's been making. This is where we do the direct teaching. It's one-to-one. You can see the little tables. And, you know, a student will be here and they'll do labeling things, interverbals where you fill in the blank. If I say Mary had a little lamb.
Yes.
Or not.
Yeah, well,
all of these men are dumb.
compounding this too with paid family medical leave in Minnesota. So schools are having a harder time than ever to find paras, to find subs. The odds of
You're asking the question, follow your destiny. Is she providing service for illegals? And my problem with you asking the question is at this point, you should already start at the assumption. Think about where we are, what we've learned, and how things work, right? Why not just start at the assumption and then let them prove otherwise, right? Think about that. All the thieving, all the illegals, all the criminality going on. I mean, are we really going to just do good faith? How much longer are we going to play the good faith game? I need you to prove to me you're not doing all the things that everybody else is doing at this point.
of that such influx hitting schools and then being able to staff up to meet it, it doesn't exist.
Because there's so many people being paid to just sit and stay home at this point.
Unfortunately, that is the perfect storm that they've created here.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's a problem.
Yeah.
To file bankruptcy, that doesn't help my payroll, but get prepared to, file and figure out what I can do next. I mean, I'm not going to come up with $250,000 for the next payroll.
It's going to take a while to rebuild that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are going to be laid off.
Yeah.
They'll be in different jobs. Seems like there's already difficulty in hiring employees for a business like this.
I have about 120 employees, and workforce is the biggest challenge in this industry. I've had a 5-year waiting list from the day I started.
But I just got to ask you, just straightforward here, not a single bureaucrat or commissioner has been fired throughout all.
You know what would be the ultimate irony, Mike Brown? What if there are a bunch of well-meaning white ladies who've opened up some type of medical or daycare or whatever like that? Obviously getting a lot of government funding because that's how you open these things up. What if the only real ones are the white ones? Peak irony.
All of this fraud, what do you have to say about that?
Well, it's pretty upsetting. I mean, as a Minnesotan, even if I wasn't a provider for these services and going to have to shut down, as a Minnesotan, what is going on? Nobody ever gets fired. People can just blatantly let this happen. Billions of dollars in fraud happen, and they're all just sitting there collecting their paychecks while we're going to go under.
So we're talking about all these massive fraud numbers. Should any top government officials go to jail with this?
I would say that Governor Walz should at least step down right now. They don't seem to understand that even if I get paid in 90 days, it's not 90 days of pay. It's 2 weeks of the last cycle. And so I'll never get caught up. And I just kind of went rogue this week and said, somebody's got to do something. And so I started to reach out to media and I said, if anybody, we got to scream at the top of our lungs for these people to get it.
But yeah, you've just basically reached a point of nobody's listening. And that's why me and Nick are here, because it's just bizarre to me because as a Minnesotan, because I've experienced a lot of this, Nick is just kind of learning. I'm telling him about some of this stuff and he's just in shock, but this has been happening for decades. It took a 23-year-old with an iPhone and a microphone for people to finally pay attention. And unfortunately, it's come to people with followings on social media actually bringing attention to this because apparently mainstream outlets aren't doing enough.
Right. No one's reporting on this. So I appreciate you both being here because it is devastating. And the fallout and the domino effect to these families and everyone in all 14 categories is going to be just horrendous. So hopefully this will get some attention and somebody who has the power to do something will make a change. He wants to say something, you guys. Thank you.
Oh, that's one of the kids? Oh, wow. Dude can only speak from the, okay, whatever that is. At least she actually brought out a real handicapped kid. The Somali, they're not even smart enough to bring out a kid to be like, hey, we got a business here. The kid goes here, At least she brought out a kid, be like, look, and he's actually kind of slow too. At least she's actually showing us everything that we're supposed to see here. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you for coming. worried. About
Now, you know me. I have a cynical mind. I have I have a spirit of disbelief. Do you think that kid's really retarded, or is he just playing for the camera? Do you think that's really a tardy kid, or is he just playing for the camera? Because they're not gonna let you see his face, I don't think. So it's like,
he wants to.
oh, that's her son. Oh, no wonder. Never mind. You know what? That is her own actual son. Oh shit. Let me roll it back. Let me roll it back. I don't want to make fun of her kid. That is a big ass kid, by the way.
Say something, you guys. Thank you.
She might be good. Right, you do it too much. I did. It's hard to reach.
Thank you for coming.
Not the Ouija board.
So.
Yeah. All right. Maybe she deserves the money. Maybe she should get her money back. She should keep her thing open. Everybody else got to, submit accurate paperwork.
Yeah. Children. Done.
You really called it a Ouija board, though. You niggas.
Thank you for coming. I am so worried about the children.
Oh, God. They hit me with the Ouija board message, yo. How I gotta compose myself, That's why they come at you with stuff like that. They hit you with the big giant tardy kid who can only talk through the tardy Ouija board, and now you get all empathetic and shit. You start feeling like, well, maybe the Somalis need the money. No, it's not gonna happen.
Like when the flag redesign kind of whole process was going about and my flag was chosen, there was a lot of even just controversy and apprehension from the more conservative sides just about the old flag being, ushered out of being our flag. A lot of them said this flag represents us. We love this flag. And, even despite its very colonialistic, very
oh my God. What's happening in Minnesota, man? I thought you people came from like Viking, Germanic stock or whatever. Why does this guy sound like he's been abused? This guy talks like he's like a sexual assault survivor, like, somebody really, really hurt him.
racist imagery and history and even the historical context behind it. A lot of people were still very upset at that being changed and removed. So I think, just kind of starting from that point already, there was a lot of division almost between political lines about whether we change it or whether we keep the old flag. And then just kind of, I think, slowly morphed into the whole Somali controversy of, my perspective is they wanted to find a way to, the far right specifically, invalidate the progressive change of the flag.
Anyway, I think it's about time we leave this one alone. I think it's time for us to go now.
And well, guys, if I could still show you around, here is the biggest, gayest man in the world.
Wow. So gay.
Way too much fatigue, man. Way too much fraud. Shout out to Black America. We can dodge at least one fatigue bullet. You thought black folk were stealing? No. Black, we steal petty shit. We dine and dash Red Lobster, shit like that. You know what I mean? Might even steal a car every now and then. No. These niggas really be stealing, bro.
Not on our block. Not on our block. Wrong move, stop with a curve, it's a truck. Not on our block. Line stay locked. Not on our block.
I'm gonna get out of here, though. I gotta get out of here. I got places to go, people to see. I will catch you guys later. Oh, thank you for the one on the way out the door. Appreciate you so much, Miss Cantrell. Thank you all for supporting the show, by the way.
I need that money.
I really, really do. Hit that like button, guys, as you make your way out the door. I'll be back maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We'll come back. We'll come back, you know. We'll get another one, but I gotta go. I gotta go. I'll catch you guys later, man.
This makes Jim Crow look like Jim Eagle.
Somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.